Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have my NFL Week 11 recap, and this week I had my best week of the season, going 12-2, that's right, 12-2, putting my overall for the year at 96 and 63 and 2 for the two ties, but other than that, 96 and 63, that's pretty good. 96 correct and only 63 wrong, so that's pretty good. So, yeah, by the way, the only two games that I got wrong, oops, sorry about that, guys. Who cares about the Browns? They're 0-11. But, it was the Buccaneers and Chiefs. I chose the Chiefs, but the Buccaneers won. And the other one was the Cardinals and Vikings, actually. I chose the Cardinals, but the Vikings won. But, yeah, so let's jump right into the recap. So, let's kick it off with the game that was on Thursday night. The Saints at the Panthers. The Panthers win it. The Panthers won it 23-20. They're now both 4-6 in the division. But going into the fourth quarter, if you guys didn't know, the Panthers were actually leading 23-3. But in the fourth quarter, the Saints outscoring the Panthers 17-0. They almost came back, but fell just 3 points short. The Panthers almost had a repeat of last week when the Chiefs had a comeback win over the Panthers, who were winning 17-3, and the Chiefs ended up winning 20-17. But yeah, now in that division, the Falcons lead it at 6-4. You got the Buccaneers at 5-5, and then the Panthers and Saints both at 4-6. That division, all four teams, there's 2 games apart. That division is really going to heat up in these next 5 or 6 games, or 6 games actually. But anyways, good win for the Panthers over the Saints, now at 4-6. Definitely not up to the level that they were at last year, but still. Wait, hang on. Alright, but anyways, but still, they're starting to get back on track, but, yeah, definitely not as good as last year, going 15-1 and making it to the Super Bowl. But, so yeah, good win for the Panthers over the Saints. Next up, the Bills at the Bengals. The Bills get it done in Cincinnati, 16-12, now 5-5 on the year, just 2 games out of the wild card, 3 games out of their division. But, the Bengals not looking too good this year. They're 3-6-1, I believe. But yeah, good one for the Bills in Cincinnati. AJ Green got injured on the 3rd play of the game, which is kind of sad. But, good win for the Bills over the Bengals. Next up, the Steelers at the Browns. The Browns at home lose it by 15, and they're now 0-11. And now with the Steelers win, they tie the Ravens for the division lead, both 5-5. But the Ravens would actually win the tiebreaker because they won head-to-head by a score of 20-14. But the Steelers win it in Cleveland, 24-9. And the Browns are 0-11. They're probably going to lose their last 5 games and go 0-16, to be honest. But the Steelers win it in Cleveland, 24-9. Next up, the Ravens at the Cowboys. The Cowboys get their 9th straight win, 27-17 over the Baltimore Ravens. They're now 9-1, leading the Giants by 2 games in the division. Giants are 7-3. The Giants still actually have a chance, honestly, to win the division. I mean, they won head-to-head in Week 1, and then the Cowboys have won their last 9 and are now 9-1. But yeah, the Giants still have a shot at winning the division, but I don't think they're going to. But good win for the Cowboys. And then now in the Ravens, they still have the division lead. They are tied with the Steelers, though. But again, like I was saying earlier, they win the tiebreaker. And then they're like 2 games ahead of the Bengals. Or 3, actually. Something like that, 2 or 3. But, anyways, the Cowboys win it at home over the Ravens, 27-17. Next up, this game was actually surprising by how close it was. The Jaguars at the Lions. But the Lions won it 26-19. Lions now 6-4 on the year, tied for the division lead with the Vikings and 2 games ahead of the Packers. And now the Jaguars are 4 games out of winning the division at 2-8. So they're basically done. Honestly, personally, I thought the Jaguars were going to do pretty good this season, getting Jalen Ramsey in the draft, and they just didn't show it. So yeah, the Jaguars lose it 26-19, so good win for the Lions over the Jaguars. Next up, the Titans at the Colts. This game, at one point it was 21-0 Colts. The Titans rallied back, but they still lost by 7, 24-17. Now the Colts are 1 game behind the Texans for the division lead. Texans 6-4, Colts 5-5, and the Titans are 5-6. Titans, they still have a shot at the division and at the wild card as well. So don't lose hope yet on the Titans, but they really got to start winning games if they want to make the playoffs. Next up, this was the game one of the two games that I got wrong. The Buccaneers at the Chiefs. I chose the Chiefs, but they lose it by 2, falling to 7-3, and now they would have the second wild card spot, the first wild card spot at 7-3, and the other wild card spot would be the Broncos, also at 7-3. But now the Buccaneers in their division, are just one game back behind the Falcons. So who knows? The Buccaneers could make the playoffs this season. That would be very interesting to see. But good win in Kansas City, I should add, 19-17. The other one I got wrong, the Cardinals and Vikings. This game was back and forth the whole time, but in the end, the Vikings pulled it out 30-24. Now again tied with the Lions for the division lead and 2 games ahead of the Packers. I thought the Cardinals were going to win it, but they fall 6 points short. So good win for the Vikings over the Cardinals. So next up we have the Bears at the Giants. The Bears are now 2-8, just like the Jaguars, and the Giants are now still 2 games behind the Cowboys for the division lead. There's still a shot, though, like I was saying earlier, at winning the division, so who knows? It'll be interesting in these last 6 games to see who will win the division, the Cowboys or the Giants. But next up, one of the lowest scores of the week, the Rams offense, even with Jared Goff, is not showing any improvement with Jared Goff, not showing any strength on offense at all. They had a 10-0 lead till late. The Dolphins decided to rally back and win it 14-10. The Dolphins are now 2 games back of the division, one of the wild card in the AFC. So maybe the Dolphins could honestly catch the Patriots. They still play each other once. And if the Dolphins could win that and they win out and the Patriots lose one more other than that, the Dolphins could win the division. So maybe they're going to try to rally back and catch the Patriots here at the end of the season. Now just 2 games back after the win over Los Angeles. But good win, and now the Rams are 4-6. They're desperate for wins now. 2 games out, I think, over the wild card. But yeah, so they're now 4-6. But moving on, the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, I don't know why I just said that. The Patriots at the 49ers. This game was a lot closer than it should have been. The Patriots offense, can't blame the offense. They scored 30 points, but the defense allowed 17, and they only beat a 1-9 team by 13 points, 30-17. Good win though for the Patriots. I mean, like I was saying about the Dolphins, that'll be a heated up division. They lead the Dolphins by 2 games and the Bills by 3. I don't really think the Bills can rally back unless they win out, but they don't play the Patriots again, so I don't think they're going to win the division. But I mean, the Patriots and Dolphins definitely going to battle here in these next few weeks. So the Patriots in San Francisco win it 30-17. So we still have 3 games to go, over 8 minutes into the video. This has been a longer video. It'll probably be like 11 or 12 minutes in the end. But moving on, the Eagles at the Seahawks. The Seahawks win it at home by 11, 26-15. I think this is their 4th straight win. I know it's at least their 3rd. They beat the Bills, Patriots, and Eagles, but I think they won another one before the Bills, which the Bills should have won that because of all that terrible refereeing, but I don't want to get into that. That was 3 weeks ago now. But, yeah, they win against the Eagles, 26-15. The Eagles are now 5-5, 1 game out of the wild card, 4 out of the division. They're not going to win the division, but, still, just 2 games back out of the wild card, or actually 1, because the last wild card spot is the I think it's a 6-4 team anyways, and the Eagles are 5-5, so they fall 11 points short of the Seahawks. Seahawks are now one of the best teams in the league, but good win at home for Seattle over the Eagles, 26-15. Next up, the Packers disappoint as they lost to the Redskins 42-24, and that's the 2nd straight week they've lost, or that they've allowed 40-plus points. The Titans got 47, the Redskins got 42. You can't blame the offense. Last week they scored like 27 or something like that. This week 24. Just like for the Patriots, you can't blame the offense. You got to blame the defense. They've allowed 47 and 42 points these last 2 games. So now the Redskins are 2.5 because they have a tie. 2.5 games back from winning the division, and a half a game. Or no, they have the wild card spot actually. They're at the wild cards right now. That's who it was, 6-3-1. They have the last wild card spot in the NFC. And the Packers are now 2 games back behind the Lions and Vikings, who play each other actually tomorrow on Thanksgiving. So yeah, the winner of that game will be leading the division. But the Packers 2 games back are in a must-win situation coming up probably this weekend. But yeah, now we have the game on Monday night, the second Monday night game in 4 weeks. 2 out of the last 4 Monday night games, they have robbed the losing team. It was 3 weeks ago when it was the Bills against the Seahawks. This week, it's the Texans against the Raiders in Mexico City. The Texans, they got robbed so many times. Here, let me try to find a picture really quick. Just got to show you guys a quick picture on this, because if you guys didn't see, there was so many times when the Texans clearly had a first down, but they said that they were short. Let me find it. Hang on. Sorry that it's taking so long. Well, here's one of the things. You see here there's someone pointing a laser in the Texans quarterback Brock Osweiler's eye during the game. As you can see there is a photo right there posted by Funniest NFL Memes. But I know that someone else posted something. Hang on. Well, now I can't find it, but there was like a lot of times in that game where they clearly had first downs, and they said that they were short, and then oh, here it is, right here. I found it. So first of all, you see the laser in Brock Osweiler's eye. This one, they said that was short, even though he obviously has the first. There's the yellow line. The knee's down right there. That's where the ball is. Crossed the yellow line. That one right there, that's obviously a first down as well, the one in the bottom left, but they said that they were short. Then right here, DeAndre Hopkins, they said that he stepped out of bounds, but he clearly didn't. As you can see, they're not even showing any part of out of bounds, and you can see his whole foot. So the Texans, here's the full photo. They just got robbed. You can read it here. Not what the Texans fans first imagined when they heard robberies were coming in Mexico City. But, yeah, so they got robbed in that one, but they still lead the division by a game now over the Colts. But, yeah, so that is a recap. Sorry that it was a longer one this week and a very late video, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. 12-2, best week so far. Maybe week 13 coming up, or is it week 12 coming up? Yeah, week 12 coming up. I can do even better, maybe. So, thank you guys for watching this video. In the comments below, tell me your thoughts that